Welcome, dear students. Now, in today's lecture, we are going to cover up an important topic of regarding vehicle, that is the vehicle safety, and the topic is active and passive safety, the two types of safety. Firstly, I would like to give you the overview what topics we are going to cover up today, because in today's lecture we are going to cover up the active safety. The classification of active safety is done in three parts, that is driving, conditional, perceptibility safety, and operating. Means the four parts they have divided. So we'll cover up all the four classifications, what they are, because the basics should be known. Although several driver convenience system are there in the vehicle, but their concept should be known, that on which concept they are based. And when vehicle is subjected to crash, means accident has already taken place, then the passive safety came into role. And in passive safety there are only two classifications. One is for the exterior pedestrian or exterior person who collide with the vehicle, and another is for the occupant itself, that is called interior safety. So in this way, four classification will be done for active. Four classification will be done, and for passive, two will be done. Besides this, we will cover up that what active and passive safety are. Thereafter, we will cover up the classifications, that how they are classified, means how the active safety is being classified and how the passive safety is being classified. And thereafter we will go with the active safety system, that how many types of active safety systems are there, and the popular active safety system which are in our vehicle, whether it is the ABS, TCS, ESP. We will cover up one by one. Later on we will cover up the passive safety system, means which come into role when accident has already taken place, and what are the popular passive safety system in the vehicle. Then one by one we will classify the active one, that is I have already told, the active is to be classified into the four parts. So four classification will be covered one by one, that is driving, conditional, perceptibility and operating. So one by one we will cover the driving, then the conditional, then thereafter the perceptibility, and later on the last one is the operator. Thereafter we will go through several active safety systems that what are popularly used in our vehicles. So we will cover up one by one all these active safety systems, and thereafter we will go through the passive safety system. Two classification. One I have already told you that it is, one is for exterior, means if someone crash with the vehicle itself, if the crash, if a particular person is going on the road and it's crashed to the vehicle like this, then the particular system is for exterior person, means if the collision of a truck and car takes place, then some exterior safety system should be there in the truck also. So in this, the design of the vehicle is being taken smooth, and certain safety features are given to avoid the collisions of pedestrians and small cars if the vehicle is very big. So in this way, the exterior system is there, and the internal are very much in number. This includes the occupant safety, and these are like airbags or other safety systems which are available in the vehicle. So we will cover one by one all these. So firstly we will cover up the exterior one, that what the exterior is, that the vehicle deformation behavior and exterior body shape, and in this several movable parts will be considered. And thereafter we will go for interior, the second classification of passive safety, because passive safety have two classifications. And in this we will go the several systems which are available in the vehicle. In this we will cover up the airbag also, active head restraints, safety belts, because these used to come into role for occupant safety itself. So that's why whenever it is for occupant safety, it is called internal. When it is for external person, that is called external security system. So one by one we will cover up. So starting with today's lecture, we are starting, and the first slide is that the occupant protection system. What occupant protection system are there? The occupant protection systems as a whole is a combination of active and passive. I have told you earlier. That's why your syllabus also is having only two types of systems. One is the active one, and another is the passive one. So these are the two systems we have to cover up. The following overview gives a brief description of respective safety element intended for active and passive occupant protection. So we will understand this by a video also. I have downloaded one video that what active and what passive systems are there. So starting with the video, if the active system are there in the vehicle, that the image is being shown for a cruise control system in which the vehicle used to keep a safe distance by means of radar signal or whatever type of signal, ultrasonic type of signal they are using. So these are active systems. They used to remain active, and these are in role when the vehicle is not yet collided. But when the vehicle has collided, then passive used to come into role. And there are several things in this. The image they have shown the crumble zone, means the crumble zone has absorbed the shock, and the airbag has also opened. In the image you can see. So that's why the driver is safe. So in this way, it has been explained over here. It is a good video. You can download it from the net also. The prevent accident altogether actively helps to reduce impact. And the integration of the system they have shown in this, the basic system for active safety is ABS, anti-lock braking system. These days most of the vehicles are having to prevent skidding of the vehicle, as well as electronic stability control. These are the electronic stability programs which are used for the stability of vehicle by controlling of engine, transmission, as well as brake. So it is a separate unit, but this used to come in the active safety. So active safety, they have shown that what else can be there in the active safety. The active safety they have shown the sensor-based systems are used these days in the vehicles. Several sensors are used, and the brake assist, the lane assist systems is used. So these are driver convenience system also. Sometimes they used to call the convenience system also. If by the way the vehicle has collided, in the image they have shown that the vehicle has collided, then the passive used to come into the role. In passive system, during the impact, what features should be there in the vehicle? The seat belt should be there, the airbag should open, and the crumble zone, a proper crumble zone should be there. You are seeing over here, the vehicle has crumbled to a particular portion, and that crumble zone should be there to absorb the maximum strength of the impact. And that crumble zone should also be in stage-wise crumble. Means it shouldn't damage directly the engine in the first impact itself. The stages should be there, 1, 2, 3 types of stages should be there. And the driver cabinet just before the heat shield, means engine compartment and the heat shield, this wall, the impact should not pierce into the compartment, means it should not go beyond this limit. So this type of passive safety came into role. And head restraint also are the head restraint, the slide portion you are seeing over here. This is also an important feature for passive safety when accident has already taken place. So we'll cover up one by one that what happened when accident has already taken place and what happened when accident haven't taken place. So there are two types of system we will cover up in today's lecture. Again, we are starting with the safety system. In the automotive sector, terms active safety or primary safety refer to a safety system that act prior to an accident. That is the important thing you should learn. Accident has not yet taken place, the vehicle is well in good condition, and in that condition those systems used to work, like ABS, anti-lock braking system, the popular system. These are called active braking system. Whereas the passive braking system used to come into role when vehicle has already crashed, means the accident has already taken place. So one by one we will cover up these systems. The classification we should go that what safety in traffic, the classifications are there. One is the environment safety. So for this Euro norms and Bharat stage norms used to come into role. Second is the man safety, and third is the vehicle. The vehicle safety used to, which we are covering the topic, is classified into the non-crashed vehicle, means accident has not taken place, that is active, and accident has taken place, that is passive. So we are covering the active safety. In active safety, what we see, there are 4 classifications. I have already told you. These are the 4 classifications which are there. And these are driving, means drivetrain, conditional, perceptibility, and operational safety. These should be there in the vehicle. So all the features which are designed should be designed for active safety considering these 4 factors. Whereas for passive, there is straight and simple 2 classifications are there because the collision has already taken place. One is to save the exterior, means the pedestrian and other vehicle which has collided with your vehicle, with someone's vehicle. And the interior safety means the safety of the interior person who is sitting inside the compartment. So for that, The interior impact steering system should be there. Occupant extraction means occupant can be safely taken out. He or she should not get stuck into the collided vehicle. And fire protection system should be there. Means for interior, the complete system is there, as well as exterior. Means if the pedestrian collide, or if your vehicle is very much big, if you are driving a truck and a small car is colliding with your vehicle, then to prevent the wedge of that vehicle, the deformation behavior, exterior body shape, and smooth surface came into role. So these types of we can see there are active as well as passive. So we'll cover up one by one, starting with the active system. The next slide is from the active system. Active safety is referred to everything designed to help prevent an accident from happening. Means prior to the accident. Prior to the accident. It includes features such as direct, comfortable steering, good suspension, all ergonomic things, characteristics, well-tuned suspension, very good traction, effective brake, torquey engine means the engine pickup should be good, seats that reduce fatigue, ergonomics should be there, clear visibility, good climate control, understandable and uncomplicated instruments, and control helps the driver to maintain alert. So some of the active safety systems which are actively operated before collisions are popularly shown over here. The ABS, it is very much popular. The traction system, traction control system, the ABS, I would like to show one video also that how ABS system look like. The popular video I have downloaded for the bike. So you can see that what the role of ABS is there if your vehicle is having a ABS system. In this, the testing person is driving the vehicle when ABS is not available in the vehicle. Then you can see that how much it is skidding. In the skid, you can see that the person has completely lost his control on two things. One is the braking distance and the steering ability. The main thing is the braking and the steering ability. The control is lost. Whereas when the brake is anti-lock, means the pulsating forms of brake force is going on through the anti-lock braking system. The pulse is there for gripping the disc through the caliper. Then, if you are not locking the wheel, then what will happen? Then you can see the wheel is not locking. The anti-lock braking system is there, and more stability is there. So that's why this special video I have downloaded to just show you the impact. This is non-ABS vehicle, and this is the ABS vehicle. The surface is completely wet, and the vehicle is at high speed. Even though the stopping distance is short, the steering control is good, as well as the braking is also efficient. Second, the traction control system is how much traction you are taking with the surface. This is also a good system. You can see the video on this. The third one is the electronic stability program. This I have downloaded a video that how the electronic stability system used to work, because you can understand through certain videos also. You can see that a vehicle is preceding a truck, and somehow by accident a part jumped from the truck, or some collision takes place in front of someone's vehicle. Then you can see that how quickly the vehicle has stabilized itself. Otherwise, if the vehicle won't having the electronic stability program, then it would have collided with the side railings, or it would have directly collided. It would have directly collided with the part, this cartoon box, the box which has packing box which has fall from the truck. So the electronic stable system used to control all the force brake system, and whichever vehicle is having the ABS, that particular vehicle has the facility of can have the facility of electronic stability program. The third one is the electronic brake force distribution. I would like to show you one video on electronic brake force distribution also, because in electronic brake force distribution, what used to happen, because we know that most of the vehicle is loaded in front, so that's why the braking force that is required in front is more, and at backside is less. So EBD system used to distribute the braking force 70:30, means 70 will be in the front side because more load is there. If somehow the passenger are sitting in the backside also, so it will electronically manage that force and will change the ratio proportionally. So you can see earlier it was 70:30, now it is 60:40, because rear side also one passenger is sitting. So this is how the electronic brake force distribution used to come into role. It used to come into role at the cornering also, at braking also. So this is being shown that the distribution of force used to assist while driving and give efficient braking. The first, second, third, fourth, fifth one is the adaptive cruise control. The adaptive cruise control, I have told you that it is a signal-based system, and in adaptive cruise control, what used to happen? The several systems are there. A particular lever is there in the vehicle which is being used to adjust. This is the lever which is being shown. This is used to adjust the common lever which is being used in all the vehicles to adjust the adaptive cruise control. And a signaling based system is used to detect the ongoing traffic. And in this way, the vehicle used to keep a safe distance and used to cruise itself. Means acceleration and retardation means brake and acceleration will be done automatically if the road is clear, and if the road is having some traffic, then it will automatically brake the vehicle. So you can see that the front vehicle has stopped. So this vehicle has also stopped to 0. So this is the way it used to work. This is called the cruise control. Electronic differential lock is also an important thing. This is also an active safety system, because when a vehicle is having a differential, and if the vehicle is stuck, one wheel is stuck in the muddy portion or has gone off track, then whole power will be given to that particular vehicle, because differential has the feature, so it can't be stopped. So differential lock should be there, so that the tire which is on the dry surface or which is on the road should get maximum torque, and somehow the vehicle should move. So this feature used to assist the vehicle. In the video you can see that if the vehicle is without a differential lock, any type of differential lock, whether it is mechanical or electronic, then whole power will be given to the wet surface. When the vehicle is having a differential lock, then the power will be given to the another vehicle also, wheel also. You can see the wheel is having the power, and the distribution of power has taken place. So this is also a differential lock is there. These types of vehicles are there. Tata Xenon used to come these days. It is having the feature of limited step differential, or the electronic differential locks are available in higher end vehicles, in which clutch based system is used and it is controlled electronically. So these are the driver assist systems, and these are called active safety systems. So before collision they used to work. And the passive safety system, on the contrary, is in general term covering all design measures intended to protect the car against injury. So when they used to come into role when the accident has already taken place. Passive safety is especially important when driver cannot actively intervene in the affair of road anymore, because the accident is unavoidable. Then passive used to come into role to save minimum injuries, the driver and the pedestrian from minimum injuries. There are certain norms also which are getting strict for the active safety, because life is passive safety, because life is important. So passive safety is getting more and more importance these days, and the compulsion for its implementation is also has become compulsory these days in almost most of the nations across the globe. So that's why you can see the vehicle is having the airbag these days and certain life-saving systems in the vehicles. The term refer in particular to the car behavior in collision, the crash test, and not only includes protection to car occupant but also for other road users partner protection. The important safety features of today's car are seat belt. I will show you that how the seat belt used to work. The airbag system means the sodium azide crystal, how they used to inflate the airbags, and how many types of airbags are there in the vehicle. And the rollover protection in cabriolet means if you are the vehicle is an open type vehicle, if the cabriolet type vehicle is there, then they should have a rollover protection. I would like to show you one figure over here. These are the rollover protection cabriolet they are saying over here. These the particular they used to come out as soon as the vehicle used to roll over, means used to roll upside down, then these used to come out automatically. So this is being shown over here. These rollover protection, they used to come out and save the occupant who is sitting over here from head injury, because they have covered this much length extra. This extra length they have covered up over here. So these are being shown over here. And The next one is the battery disconnect. The battery should be disconnected to avoid any uneven with the fuel is already spilled. Then battery should be immediately disconnected. This feature is available in most of the vehicles. During collision, the battery current is avoided, and the undue spark and auto ignition of fuel is avoided. In this way, the burning of the vehicle is prevented in the collision. Now, the active safety systems, I have told you the classifications are of 4 types because the basic should be known. One is the driving, second the conditional, perceptibility, and operating. We are covering one by one. The active safety system first is the driving system. It is the result of harmonious chassis and suspension design, with regard to wheel suspension, springing, steering, and braking, and is reflected to optimum dynamic vehicle behavior. So this is being shown written that this is the combined combination of suspension, wheel, springing, steering, braking, all should be there. Means complete driving safety should be there. The driving comfort and other things are included in the driving oblique or travel safety. The second one is the conditional safety. It is affected by psychological states of driver, that is the comfort, visibility, because the person should feel should have the good visibility, unless otherwise it won't be possible to drive on the road. Vibrations, noise, these are the basic components of ergonomics. So condition should be good, and climate impacts. So these are significant factors in reducing the possibility of misactions in traffic, because the driver is in full concentration towards the driving, then only he can drive. He should not be distracted by these things, by means additional vibration, noise, and other things. So one by one we are covering up the conditional safety. It is a big topic. The visibility, the driver sees surrounding traffic, the lower is the risk of unexpected situation. The visibility of the front windshield should be good. And the side pillars angle should be also managed in this way, that if the windshield is there, then the side angles, these pillars should also be angle should be managed so that more visibility can be obtained. Vibration, they have mentioned that it should be into the frequency range of 1 to 25 hertz, stuttering, tremors, etc. False also vibration. So vibration are also disturbing, which is to distract the driver. Noise is manifested or audible disturbance while driving. It can come out from engine, gearbox. The noise level should be also maintained. Vibration and noise all together impact resistance and concentration of driver. Good sound insulation, well-balanced suspension cab can reduce the risk of road accidents. So main thing is that distraction should be avoided. The last one which I have mentioned was the climate, which I have told you over here. That was the climate impact. So what climate is that? The climate and the air temperature, humidity, airflow, and air pressure, these are accounted. And pleasure climate in the car itself is good condition and ready even during long journey. Good heating, ventilation, and air conditioning are important for supporting standard of vehicle safety, because the driver is in comfort. If altogether driver is feeling comfortable, then only the accident can be avoided. Now the third one of the, I have told you the third one, because we are going through the classification. Third one is the perceptibility safety. So in perceptibility safety or perceptual safety, the measures which increase perceptibility safety are considered with light equipment, acoustic warning, direct and indirect view. Means the lighting equipment should be good, because if the vehicle is not, driver is not able to perceive that what is ahead going on in the, because most of the accident used to take place in the night. So lighting equipment should be good. Acoustic warning should be given in the vehicle if certain times the acoustic warning is available in the vehicle for seat belts or for a collision going to take place if the vehicle has come, if another vehicle has come very close to the some vehicle. And the driver views also, because they are told that the angle of obstruction for a pillar, that is toward the driver pillar, for both the driver's eye binocular must not be more than 6 degrees. So this is the important thing. We should know that the 6 degree factor they have given. These are called perceptibility safety. Now last one is the operator safety. Relaxed driver without stress as well as high level of driving safety requires optimum design for driver surrounding with respect to its comfort. Safety and comfort are interlinked in many respects because we can't go for safety without the comfort of the driver. Both are interlinked. More comfort should be given to a driver so that long journey he can do and less distracted he should be. The driver who sits comfortably has a good posture and easy to read, easy to understand and reach ergonomics devices and control can better manage the better concentrate on the surrounding traffic conditions. So the ergonomics and comfort is given importance. The driver line has also an important role, a vehicle that provides good management capacity in terms of electronic engine management and means these days most of the vehicles are having the electronic management system. Out of these, the Bosch electronic management system is most popular. So, because if the electronic system they are using, then everything is managed or assist the driver. Because if the driver wants that at a particular highway speed, the fuel consumption should be like this, or the less effort should be there on the braking, or less effort should be there on the throttle. So that also used to assist the driver. So this can be only done with the vehicle is having the EMS system because throttle will be partially controlled as per the requirement of the driver by the engine management system time by time. Now coming to the what type of systems are there for active safety which are used, because the main concept they have told that they should be based on these concepts. The concepts are the driver, conditional, perceptibility and operating. But on these concepts, what we are having in the market is one is the ABS system. I have shown you one video that how the bike ABS used to work. Automatic dimming mirror, because this also a safety feature is there because the glare of the rear view mirror which is available in the inside the vehicle dazzles us. So dazzling effect should be avoided by automatic darkening mirror. And adaptive light control, these days most of the new vehicles are having the adaptive light control system because you don't have to intervene with the light. The light will be adapted as per the needs for urban and urban traffic as well as the highway traffic. And for this several systems are used like Audi matrix LED systems or other systems are used. Light control unit is dedicatedly provided for lighting system. Brake assist, the video you can be shown that what brake assist is there. In brake assist, the vehicle used to get the intention that if the brake assist is not there, then you can see that the vehicle has collided. The vehicle used to get intention that how much pressure the driver has applied on the brake lever and what speed the vehicle is going on. So by adjusting these, the brake pressure is magnified, and if the brake pressure is magnified by the ABS brake fluid system, and in this way it used to assist by providing the additional force which is not provided at that time. You can see by the video, if the vehicle is having the brake assist, then it has stopped because brake assistance is given, and without brake assist it has collided. So in this way it used to work. And the anti-slip regulations are there. The tire pressure control means a separate unit is there for tire pressure system monitoring. Electronic brake force distribution, I have already told you that how the brake force distribution used to take place in a vehicle, and if the vehicle is loaded in the front, then more brake force will be required at the front and lesser will be required at the rear, 70-30. The electronic stability program, I have told you that how the vehicle is stabilized. This is having in those vehicles which are already having the ABS system. Intelligent suspensions are there because certain vehicles are having the adaptive suspension system, air control system, and a separate compressor is provided to maintain the ground clearance as well as the suspension characteristics. The air suspension type vehicle are having these features. The power steering reduces the efforts. So this is a basic feature which is used in most of the vehicles these days. Head-up display means Visualization of data relevant to driver in driver vision angle. The relevant data should be given, warning and other things. And night vision methods means a camera or infrared is being used these days, because if the vehicle is going on the highway, then night vision system used to provide that if anything is ahead. Means in the night, the driver used to get an extra time if someone is going to cross your road or some vehicle is damaged at the roadside. If your vehicle is like this, and this is the road, and some person is standing alongside the road or some vehicle is damaged, the infrared camera will give you the warning in the instrument cluster that something is there in the 30-meter ahead distance or 40-meter ahead distance. This gives extra time to react. The signaling of incorrect closed door. So this is the basic feature. These are having the vehicle are having. These sound used to come. The traction control systems are there in the vehicle. For traction control system, all systems used to work in the combination, and a separate control unit is required. So although some features are basic and some are costlier also. So we can see in these days most of the vehicles are coming up with these types of features, like ABS these days vehicles are having, brake assist they are having, EBD they are having. So more they are emphasizing, these days vehicles are emphasizing on these things. The xenon lighting is a costlier issue, although it is required in high-speed vehicles which are like R8 or other vehicles. It works on the xenon system, and these laser lighting are also there. Valeris, the variable intelligent lighting system, I have told you fiber optic system is used, and quick response to the light is achieved. Run flat tires which allow the driver to safety with a puncture. Different tires from manufacturer use their own name, means that tire don't use to flat, and other things are also there. So these way, several active safety systems are there. Now coming to the passive systems, I have told you the passive systems are only two types. First is the external, and second version is the internal. The external system I would like to show you over here. The exteriors cover all vehicle related measures which are related to minimize severity of injury to pedestrians and bicycles and motorcycle riders, because this is for only exterior persons, means who is outside the vehicle, who has collided with your vehicle, means someone is outside the vehicle. And those factors which determine exterior safety are vehicle body deformation and exterior vehicle body shape. So what features are there? One is the movable front lamp, means everything should be movable, and in this way the collision impact can be reduced to a certain limit. The video I have already shown you that how the collision impacts are being studied, and in this the surface should be smooth, the vehicle surface, and impact should be less. So studies are done for the pedestrians. This is being shown over here that leg and upper portion used to collide at which place? Child head and adult head is used to collide at this place. So this should be a regressed portion or should be a soft portion that's crumble and shouldn't give that much impact. So in this way these are tested and impact is being studied. In this several studies are also done, and the safety of the pedestrian is given more and more importance in this. So these are the dummies which are being used, and they are studying that how the impact can be avoided. So this way they have shown the video, and there is one image also that you might be having that literature. In the image it is being shown the role of pedestrian risk. In this you can see the front grille that is being shown over here is having the 19% role, and in this way each and every part is having the role on the impact of pedestrians. The pedestrians collision impact that is on the leg side they have shown is 19% from the front grille. So this front grille should be soft and should be of the smooth material, and the highest impact is from this portion. This is being shown. There is a 30% they have shown over here. So in this way, all parts they have shown that what impact they are giving on the pedestrian or bicycle rider when collision used to take place of vehicle parts. Now, after the vehicle parts, the parts should be movable or recessed type parts so that impact can be avoided and they damage themselves. And now coming to the passive interior safety, because we have gone through the exterior safety, now the interior safety we should come up. I have told you the airbag and the seat belts used to come in the interior safety. The term interior safety cover vehicle measure which purpose is to minimize acceleration and force acting on the vehicle occupant. So occupant is given importance in interior safety. In exterior, the pedestrians were given the importance. In this, the pedestrians were given the importance. Now in this, they are giving the importance to the occupants. So the occupant, what they have explained is that in the event of accident, to provide sufficient survival space to ensure operability of those vehicle components critical to removal of passenger from the vehicle, means passenger can be easily taken out after the accident has occurred, if by the way the accident has occurred. The determining factor of passenger safety are deformation behavior, that how the deformation, vehicle body deformation take place, passenger compartment strength, restraint system, impact, steering, occupant, and fire protection. So some of the passive systems I have mentioned over here. Firstly is the bag. The bag are also of front, window, knee, and other bags are there. In the systems you can see that there are several bags, airbags available in the vehicle, and these are the sodium azide crystals which used to fill up those airbags timely in the milliseconds of times. And the seat belt also is another topic that can be covered. A certain time will be required for that. So how many types of airbags are there? It can be shown over here. The airbags varieties they have shown. The front passenger airbag, and the second one is the co-passenger airbag. That's the main thing. The driver airbag and the front passenger. The vehicle is of left-hand type drive vehicle, and thereafter the other airbags are also there. So the belt tensioner they have mentioned. So these types of airbags are, several airbags are there. So that's why they have mentioned the front, windows, knee. Active head restraints means the head restraint should be there in the vehicle. And head restraints, I have told you these are the head restraints to avoid, because head used to move, and when at the collision the head used to move. Can be shown to you by video that how the airbags and belts used to work. You can see the passenger head that has gone in the front, absorbed the energy in the airbag, and then used to go back side to the head restraints, front and then towards the head restraints. So this way the head restraint should be strong. So you can see the head restraint should be strong, because ultimately the drivers or the co-passenger head used to go in front and then to the back side. So head restraint they have given the importance. And what is there, anti-slip passenger and the safety belts. Belt should be there in the vehicle to prevent undue collision of the passenger or the driver. The seat belt mechanism is also there. The how it used to work, and the belt tensioner. These are the important things. That automatically the belt used to get tension. And belt tensioner are classified as ball, rotary, rack, and pinion. So it is a separate topic. So in this we are covering only that the passive system is having the active safety belt, and how the belt tensioner used to work, that is also a separate topic. Means there are 5 types of mechanisms. So we will cover up. And structures are increasing the firmness of the car in the event of collision by creating zones which progress deformation and absorption capacity. I have told you that the crumble zone should be in zones. The crumble used to take place in zones, and for mild, moderate, and severe collision, there are zones given for the crumble. The collapsible steering is also used in case of, because the steering, if it won't collapse, will give a chest injury to the driver, so it should get collapsed. Fire protection systems are given in the vehicle because electrical supply should be gone out, means battery should be disconnected. System for avoiding wedging of a small car, because if you are driving a big truck and a small car has collided with the truck, so to prevent wedging of this small car, system should be given, because this is called the exterior safety system. And other systems are also there. So in this way we have covered the two types of system. One is the passive and another is the active. The active is a driver convenience type system. These days more importance is given to the passive system because that is a life saving system and used to come a role when accident has already taken place. If any queries are there, then please do ask. Thank you.